Hello, and welcome back to Experimental Deck Building. I'm Onidson, and today we will take the modified decks of the Shadows of the Wild Fellowship up against Wastes of Eriador. We've already approached this quest with the decks as they stood at the halfway point of our deck testing. But as you know, if you've watched previous videos, I was considering swapping out Frodo for Fatty Bolger. We were required to do that for the Saga quest that we tested this against, A Knife in the Dark, and I enjoy using him so much that I wanted to test how he would function against other quests. And so far, the first thing I did was I just tested a straight-up swap, Frodo for Fatty, and it was incredibly fun. We lost the first game, won the second one, and the third one and I came away convinced that Fatty is as good of a hero as Frodo in these decks, and perhaps better. He certainly synergizes better with Spirit Pippin, because if we're not engaging enemies, then having Frodo available to soak damage as threat is a little bit redundant, whereas Fatty being able to cancel the threat of the enemies that have been left in the staging area because of Pippin is always useful. Now I've also made some other modifications. One thing I noticed was that the side quest deck, Thurindir, Folkaboff, and Sangamgee, often tends to start growing in threat enough that I end up playing at least one copy of the Galadriel's Greeting on this deck instead of over here, where it would be most useful to trigger Hobbit Pipes and keep threat down. So also, I noticed that I'm just not using the Curious Brandybucks very much. That willpower is nice, but it being temporary is not. So I ended up replacing the Curious Brandybucks straight across with 3 copies of Song of Erendil, which will allow this Mono Spirit deck to start taking some of the threat gain away from the side quest deck. And to help counteract that, I added in 2 copies of Island Amid Perils to replace the Steed of Imladris, which I have used but have not been impressed with, and very, very often it's ended up just being a dead card sitting in my hand because it's not useful. The extra progress I find I almost never need, although there were a few corner cases in the Nightmare Journey Along the Anduin, in at least some of those playthroughs, where it was useful, but that was a corner case because 10 progress points on the location, and I certainly could have done without it. Mostly it was an opportunity to draw more cards via Elven Light, but I found I just wasn't using it that often. So I replaced it with Island Amid Perils to return the Handmaiden to hand, lowering my threat by her cost of 2, and then lowering the threat again when I play her a second time. This is not the first revision of these decks. I'll go into more detail on the process it took me to get here. I had some much more radical changes that just didn't work out. So we're here with a much more conservative departure from the existing deck. Over here with the side quest deck, I haven't made many changes. I just added in a little bit more healing to deal with all the direct damage effects. It turns out that Frodo was, in this quest, rather useful as a soak for some of the direct damage effects, especially the White Warg, which deals damage when it engages you, or the Cold from Angmar. That was useful to have, his ability to just cancel some of that damage, but this Waters of Nimrodal should let me get some really, really clutch healing on a critical turn, because that direct damage builds up. Even with Frodo, it built up from treacheries like Biting Wind and other things, and having healing available that'll just wipe the board clean, in addition to the Imladris caregivers, which can do spot healing to bring critical ally or hero abilities back online if Cold from Angmar ends up attached to a quest stage. I think the combination should end up doing well. So that's the overview of the changes to the deck. So let's take a look at our opening hands. Here, this is useless. Well, not quite useless. Arwen's good to have. Galadriel's Handmaiden's good to have. We have none of our Hobbit pipes, and no Bilbo to fetch them, and no threat reduction events to trigger them. So I am going to take a mulligan there. This is at least somewhat better. Still have Arwen. We have some card draw, which can get us, which can dig a little deeper towards some of those Hobbit pipes. So, well, I guess we're stuck with it. Over here, Elfstone's kind of nice, but for the rest of it, just kind of useless. I really would like some of Sam's defense boosts, so we're going to take a mulligan here, too. And let's see, well, we end up with Bill the Pony and Legacy Blade, and Halbrand is kind of nice to see. Well, it's a better opening hand than it was, and that's all I can say for it. With that said, let's add our side quest to hand and go ahead and do our setup reveal. One encounter card per player. The first is a Bloodthirsty Warg, and the second is a Cold from Angmar already. A damage to a hero we control. First one to Pippin and to Folkoboffin. We'll attach it to stage 1B of the quest. And draw our first cards. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, deck 1 is going to start by putting up Ancient Matham, Darwin and Domiel, and I think we're going to start by questing to double back rather than gather information here. Over here, we will play Build the Pony for free, and actually, I suppose we want to, before we finish playing cards over here, we want to draw 2 with Deep Knowledge, just in case we had drawn into a Hobbit pipe. But over here, that's perfect. Sam now has a defense boost from the Dunedain Warning. Arwen will put him up 1 further, and if we engage an enemy with an engagement cost higher than our threat, he'll be defending for 4. We'll pull out Bill the Pony. And that will be all, I think. If we quest all out, we may well be able to clear double back. Okay. You know what? We're going to quest all out. It's day. This should be fine. Okay. We need to make 9 progress. Arwen, of course, targeting Sam. Quest for 2. 3 with Pippin. 3 with Mary, so that's questing for 8, 11, 14, 18. Against 2 willpower, or 2 threat in the staging area, we need to reveal less than 7, and Fatty can cancel that. So we need to reveal, if we reveal 9 threat or less, we'll be fine. You know, that just sounds fine to me. And if we leave Bill the Pony ready between him and a Marthiel, we can kill a Wolf of Angmar if it pops up and does its little surge thing. Or we can put a little bit more damage on a Bloodthirsty Warg. Whichever one we choose to do, it'll be important. So let's see what we get. The first card, Doomed 2, either choose another quest, or either, so basically our choices are, don't clear double back and instead put the progress on across the wastes, or pull out either Lost in the Wilderness or make camp. What do we lose if we pull out Lost in the Wilderness? We lose some threat reduction, a copy of Bilbo, and we will lose Bilbo for at least 2 turns. That's important to realize. Over here we'll lose Gather Information. Not a lot, really. One of our halberds. So I either go for Make Camp, which surges and makes it so I cannot heal, although when I clear it I can pull off some of the damage on my characters. That's good. Or I go with Lost in the Wilderness, which loses everything I have in hand. You know what? I have played it risky before with Lost in the Wilderness, and it has burned me. Not always, as you saw in the earlier one, but it has burned me, so we're going to go with Make Camp, and it will surge into, of course, Predatory Wolves. Okay. Now we look again, finding and revealing if I had the attack power available to kill it, the White Warg would be an idea. I mean, I could choose to discard allies, but Arwen's important since I don't have most of Sam's defensive suite out yet, and Bill the Pony is important because I need those extra hit points to soak direct damage effects. Northern Wargs, well, if I did 2 Northern Wargs, that would be effectively adding 8 threat to the staging area, and I still have 1 card to reveal. Could go with 2 copies of the Hunting Pack, which is going to be essentially a blank reveal for a while, other than its threat. But with Fatty, I can get around that. So you know what? I'm just going to pull both copies of the Hunting Pack out of the encounter deck. And the final card of staging is a Rugged Country, which adds 4. So we've added 3, 6, 10. There's 12 threat in the staging area. We're currently making 6 progress. Exhaust Fatty Bolger to raise our threat by 3, to cancel the threat of one of these hunting packs, currently at 39 engagement cost, and make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clearing the active location, drawing 3 cards, and sending double back to the victory display, where it reduces the threat of both decks by 5. We will travel immediately to the Rugged Country, optionally engage a Bloodthirsty Warg, readying Sam, and activating the response in Amarthiel to give control of Amarthiel to the player who just engaged an enemy. Sam is defending for 4 against the 4 attack of the Bloodthirsty Warg. He takes a point of damage, but between Bill and Amarthiel, we put 2 damage on the Bloodthirsty Warg, and that saves us from the immediate attack that would have come in just a moment. When it becomes night, we reveal an encounter card, and we raise both decks' threat by 1. Just like that. Now we ready everybody up. There's now a side quest in the victory display, so the reindeer gets an extra willpower. We're engaged with 1 enemy, which means Halbrad is at 3 cost. Not that that matters. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I am going to put Gandalf into play with all 5 of those resources. And now that just brings up the question, do I trigger his response to lower my threat by 5, or do I draw 3 cards? I suppose I could nuke a Bloodthirsty Warg, but I think I have that covered. You know what? I'll use it to draw 3 cards. Okay. That brings up some opportunities there. Let's currently make camp. We currently can't heal our characters. What I think I'll do is I'll leave Gandalf ready, let him block a Bloodthirsty Warg. And if the Warg gets a shadow effect that increases damage, we can keep Gandalf in play, which would be good. Over here, I'll drop Bilbo into play. Search the deck for a Hobbit Pipe, put it into play for free. Pippin's a good choice for the first one. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's not Bilbo. And then we'll save that last resource, and we'll quest towards across the wastes, I suppose. It's safer if we reveal another rugged country, it's less threat. So questing, we'll quest for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, holding Folko back. That'll be 5 damage, enough to kill the Bloodthirsty Warg. Okay. So what was that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 against 9 in the staging area. We'll go with 15. With Mary. I know we lose the... Oh, and we'll immediately play Elrond's Council. He's asking the Hobbit Pipe to draw a card. Okay. Which boosts my willpower by 1. Okay. Alright, I think we're in decent shape. Our first reveal is another Predatory Wolves. I hate that card. That brings up the question of what one does, and I think the first thing one does is a Bloodthirsty Warg. And the second thing one does is discard Frodo Baggins from play. Losing, of course, 2 willpower for that. That is, of course, a Bloodthirsty Warg for this player, so that we don't have to discard Gandalf from play. And discarding Bilbo Baggins, because if we draw another copy of him, we can pull out another Hobbit card, another Hobbit Pipe. So we've added 2 threat, and we reveal a second card, which is a Northern Warg, which adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And Fatty Bolger will raise our threat by 3 to cancel 3 threat, and we will break even. That is exactly how this is going to go. And we're going to block the Bloodthirsty Warg with Gandalf. Of course. Okay. We will trigger the response on Amarthiel. We will block the Bloodthirsty Warg with Amarthiel, who takes the damage. And we're going to engage the next player again and make another attack, which is going to be a dead hero. Alright, and that's game over. Let's try it one more time. Welcome back. I've already taken a mulligan for deck 1, and that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Deck 2, I did not take a mulligan because I'm actually quite happy with that. Having an opening fast hitch is never something to complain about. Let's see what the setup is. First card, Eriador Wastes. Second card, North Downs. We've got some locations piling up there. Let's start the game. Draw a Dwarven Tomb and Gandalf, and let's immediately get some more card to draw out. Ooh, there's something. Alright. For deck 1, I think the obvious choice is we will immediately play Arwen, save a resource for a test of will, play out, double back, and that will be the side quest we're trying to clear this round. Over here, play a Hobbit Cloak on Sam. Sam will also be our target with Arwen, so he'll be defending for 4. And play out a fast hitch, also onto Sam. Okay. So we will quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Against the 4th threat currently in the staging area, we need to make 9 progress. I think we need to add Mary to that. And perhaps a Marthiel as well. There's no enemies in the staging area, so we need to deal with that. First reveal is a Wolf of Angmar, which surges into Biting Wind, which I will cancel with the resources I wisely saved for a test of will. The second reveal is a Hunting Pack. We've added 4 threat to the staging area. We make 11 progress, which clears double back, dropping the threat of both decks by 5. Shouldn't have sent a Marthiel. We're going to travel to the Eriador Wastes, choosing and engaging that Wolf of Angmar, and we will trigger a Marthiel's response. If we hadn't quested with a Marthiel, I don't know what I was thinking, he only has 1 willpower. Sam readies. He's defending for 5. Oh. That's annoying. Okay. We'll drop the Hobbit Cloak. He's still defending for 3. And he strikes back for 2, putting a damage on the Wolf of Angmar. And it becomes night. We reveal another copy of the North Downs. Raise both decks threat by 1. And ready everybody up. Deck 2 drew a copy of Robin Smallborough, which we will immediately play. And we will also play that Dúnedain Warning onto Sam, so he's back up to 3 defense. 4 if he gets boosted. And over here, we will play Galadriel's Handmaiden, lowering the threat of our own deck by 1, and spend a resource to play that Song of Arendelle, drawing a card. Elrond's Council. Good. Now there is 3, 6, 9 threat in the staging area. We need to make 5 progress, so quest for 14 plus results. Quest for 2, 4, 6. Clear a side quest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You know what? I'm okay with not clearing the Eriador Wastes this round. The first reveal is another North Downs, followed by a Northern Warg, which Mary will drop our threat. So that was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, apparently I didn't quest with Sam. 10, 13. I could have sworn I quested with Sam. There was no reason not to. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. 16 against 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. No, really, that is probably just fine. I'm okay with that. I could raise my threat by 4 to put 4 progress on the Eriador Wastes, but I don't really see a need to. We'll optionally engage a Northern Warg, which will ready Sam Gamgee. Deal out shadow cards. Sam will block first the Northern Warg, then ready and block the Wolf of Angmar. Sam is now defending for 4, by the way, because he has Dunedain Warning plus Arwen plus his boost from having engaged an enemy with a higher engagement cost than our threat. We control no damaged characters, so there's no attack boost, and Amarthiel will strike back, killing Wolf of Angmar. It will become day. We will send the Northern Warg back to the staging area and ready everybody. Okay. We'll now play out Gather Information, spend a resource on a Dunedain Pipe, and 2 more resources on a Halfling Bounder. While over here, we will spend 2 resources on a Wandering Took. And there is currently 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 threat in the staging area, and we need to make 9 progress. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what, let's send Fatty Bolger as well. We can ready, well, no, I want to save 11s for when I have Hobbit Pipes to trigger it with. So 22 against 8, plus whatever we want to cancel. First reveal is a Northern Warg, which Mary will exhaust to reduce our threat by 3. The second reveal is a Freezing Blast, which removes every damaged character from the quest, but there are no damaged characters, so it's just doomed to 2. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's exactly 9. And we will take it, sending Gather Information to the victory display. Each deck will not all the top 10. No. All. All. That wasn't Send for Aid. That was all. That was Gather Information. Send for Aid is what we're going to pull. With it, almost certainly. I can't think of anything else more important. While over here, looking at all of them, we have double back. The question is what to pull up. And I think at this point, what we need most is a copy of Frodo Baggins, which will get us not only more willpower, but also a Hobbit Pipe. We will opportunely engage Northern War, which readies Sam. Sam is now defending for 4. We'll exhaust readying with the Fast Hitch. And we will have to exhaust Sam. Unfortunately, so Amarthiel will put 2 damage on that Northern Warg. Oh, and we traveled to one of the North Downs. That was an important bit. Refresh phase. It becomes nightfall. We reveal a card, Predatory Wolves. That sounds fun. We will take a Bloodthirsty Warg and a Northern Warg. And both decks raise their threat by 1. We'll use Song of Erendil to raise this deck's threat by an additional 1. And we will go to the new turn. Okay. Where we will spend 2 resources. Well, okay. Let's do it in the correct order over here. Let's spend 2 resources to get an Imladris Caregiver out, so that if we need to, we can get some healing, although we don't have the cards to do it with. And now over here, let's pull out Bilbo Baggins, who will search the entire deck for a Hobbit Pipe, which we will then play onto Pippin. Alright. Okay, I really want to be able to kill a Northern Warg, and we ought to kill something else if we can. To kill a second Northern Warg, we would need a Marthiel's 3 will kill this one. We need 5 more attack. We do 2, 4, 5. That's a possibility. Oh, Thurindir's up 1 more. That is a possibility. Three, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's currently 15 threat in the staging area. Hypothetically, if I leave these 2 ready, what can I quest for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, nope, I don't think I'll be able to kill both. So, given that, we'll just quest with Thurindir. That'll be 21 against 15. And play Elrond's Council to make it 22, reducing by 3, drawing the card for the Hobbit Pipe. Very good. First reveal, Rugged Country. Second is Nightfall. Raise the threat of each deck by 4. And then use Song of Erendil to drop that to 27 and to raise this to 19. So we've added 2 threat to the staging area, and we make 5 progress, clearing the North Downs. We'll travel to the Rugged Country and optionally engage a Northern Warg, which will ready Sam Gamgee. Sam Gamgee will defend the first, readying with a fast hitch, and then defend the second for defense. Exhaust the Halfling Bounder, and a Marthiel strikes back, killing 1. Folco puts a point of damage on the second. It becomes day, the Northern Warg returns to the staging area. Everybody readies. We play Send for Aid. And really most of the locations left in the encounter deck are going to be nasty ones, so I really don't want to use those Pathfinders yet. Oh, and we'll use Song of Erendil to take that deck's threat gain. Spend 3 for Galadrim's Greeting. Drop threat by 6, exhaust Hobbit Pipe to draw another card. 11s is. Current threat in the staging area, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We want to make 9 progress. Can be done. Sneak attacking Gandalf to draw 3 cards. Okay. It is now the quest phase, which is when we're sneak attacking Gandalf. We're questing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26. If we engage the Bloodthirsty Warg, Sam will defend for 4, and I can attack back for 3, 4, 5, 7 with that fast hitch, which is enough to kill it. That should be fine. 26 versus 11 is what we're questing for. Need to make 9 progress. That should be alright. First reveal is a cold from Angmar. Okay, I'll put a damage on Pippin and a damage on Sam Gamgee. And attach it. Oh no, not to Sam Gamgee, that's a bad idea. On Dorindir. Second reveal is a Biting Wind. I will discard that Halfling Bounder to cancel it. So we make 13 progress. Which is more than is needed to put Send for 8 in the Victory Spade. So we search the top 10 cards for an ally to put into play. We will choose Glorfindel for what I hope are obvious reasons. Shuffling the deck. And we'll look at the top 10 cards over here for an ally to put into play. There's Halbrad. At the end of the quest phase, Gandalf returns to hand. Shuffle that. We travel to one of the North Downs. We optionally engage a Bloodthirsty Warg, which readies Sam Gamgee. We defend that Bloodthirsty Warg with Sam Gamgee, now defending for 4, and we strike back for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Halbrad, why not? And is now the refresh phase. We will use Song of Erendil to transfer that threat gain. And we will spend 1 resource for Peace and Thought, which draws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We will exhaust a Dunedain Pipe to put Halbrad on the bottom of the deck, instead drawing a Legacy Blade. And now, at the end of the round, it flips. We'll take both threat gain over here with the Song of Erendil, revealing an encounter card, Northern Warg. Mary will exhaust to lower a threat by 3. That was 4, sorry. To lower the threat by 3. And now it's a new turn. Alright. The first thing we're going to do is spend 4 resources to get Thalion into play. Thalion is now a hero because there are 3 side quests in the victory display. which means he gains an extra resource token every round. We will also play a Legacy Blade onto him. There we are. He's now attacking for 5. Over here, well, we could use some more card draw and some more threat reduction. So I'm going to play a Dwarven Tomb, to pull the Galadrim's Greeting out and play it, dropping our threat to 10 and drawing a card. Ooh, Elrond's Council. There's our card draw for next turn. Now we will quest. There's currently 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 threat in the staging area. We will quest for 3 with Glorfindel, 4, 5, 6, 7, again targeting Sam, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Leave Halbrad up in case of emergencies. Questing for 25. Discarding Elven Light to ready Glorfindel. Spending that resource to return Elven Light to hand and draw a card. Alright. First reveal, Rugged Country. Second reveal, Pressing Needs. Doomed to 2. We will use Song of Erendil to take 1 of the side quest dice threat there. So we're going to have to search and reveal. And, you know what? My hands are not so great. Oh, and we should have deleted that gold from Angmar when we passed that side quest. That's alright. My hands are not so great that I'm desperate to keep them. My board state is relatively happy as such things go. I really kind of wish that I had that Elven Light in the discard pile and hadn't brought it back. But that's the way things go sometimes. Okay. But even with that, we easily clear the North Downs, traveling to the Rugged Country. And we will optionally engage that Northern Warg, which automatically readies Sam. You know what? I'll optionally engage a Northern Warg over here. No, I won't. No, I won't. Okay. We'll block with Sam. He's defending for 4. And then we will strike back with more than enough to kill it. And technically Thalion should have readied, but that's alright. It becomes day. Ready everybody up. Island amid perils, that's nice. In the shadows, a little less useful. But useful enough I don't want to Dunedain pipe it away. Especially because I have another copy of Halbrad. I want to Dunedain pipe away over there. Alright. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threat in the staging area. I want to clear Lost in the Wilderness. So Oh, and I will use Song of Erendil to take all of that threat gain over that threat raise over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25. 25, and I might have forgotten the +1 willpower boost to the hero. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 19, 23, 25, 27, 28. So I missed it for one player, but not the other. Okay, 28 versus 8. We need to make 7 progress. I think we're fine. First reveal is a Wolf of Angmar. Second is a Biting Wind. Oh, well then. Or it surges into a Biting Wind. We have assigned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters to the quest. We need to deal out 11 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the final reveal is another hunting pack. So we've added 4 threat to the staging area. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're making something like 16 progress, which is more than enough to clear Lost in the Wilderness. Getting our hands back. Oh, and that 2 damage on Bilbo killed him. That was deliberate. Now we're going to play Island Amid Perils to return the Handmaiden to hand, reducing my threat by 2, drawing me a card. And over here, we're going to get all of our stuff back, and I'm going to put Halbrad on the bottom of the deck with the Dunedain Pipe, drawing another copy of Robin Smallborough, which we will likely do the same with shortly. I'll also discard Elven Light to ready Glorfindel. Optionally engage. No, not optionally engage. We're going to leave that warg right where it is, because there are shadow cards that will give it +1 attack for every damaged character I control, and I control 1, 2, 3, 4. Sam would be defending for 4, and that 3 damage would go straight through and kill him. So we're going to do the Wolf of Angmar instead, which, because of Halbrad, still readies Sam. Sam will block the Wolf of Angmar, and between Marthiel and Halbrad, we're going to kill it. Oh, I'm sure Mary should have exhausted for that hunting pack, but I didn't do it, so oh well. Let's go to the refresh phase. I'm going to spend a resource to exhaust Folko and Sam, and play a piece for Peace and Thought, drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And I'm also going to start organizing the deck, because at the moment it is beginning to seem difficult to manage. And now we flip, we reveal a new card, White Warg. Mary will exhaust to reduce our threat for that one, And we will take, oh, and we meant to take that threat raised with Song of Erendil, and we will do the same over here. So we were at 14, but it should have been 15. Mary drops to 13, and then when it becomes night, we raise our threat by 1, and by 1 again for this deck. Okay, and now it is a new turn. Okay, there are 6 resources here, but this deck is first player. First thing we're going to do is spend 3 resources and doomed 3 to erase all the damage on the table. And then, oh, and doomed 3. Using Song of Erendil right there. Then 3 resources from Sam and 2 from Thalion to put Gandalf into play, dropping our threat by 5. There. And Dunedain Pipe to put Robin Smallborough on the bottom. And draw a new card. Another Fast Stitch. Okay. Over here, we'll put Bilbo and Galadriel's Handmaiden into play. Bilbo searches the entire encounter deck for a Hobbit Pipe. Plays it onto Fatty Bolger. Galadriel's Handmaiden drops her threat by 1. Still not enough to avoid the White Warg, unfortunately. Oh, apparently we forgot to travel to the North Downs. That is also, slightly obnoxious. But it could be worse. Okay, when we engage the White Warg, we'll put the damage on Gandalf. Okay. Questing with Glorfindel. Pippin, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. (13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24. Questing for 24 against 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should be fine. And spent playing Elrond's, well, no. You know what, we'll go 25, 26 with the Caregiver. We just need to quest successfully. Reveal a second White Warg, and Weight of Responsibility, which just replaces itself. There's a Wolf of Angmar, which surges into Make Camp, which surges into Rugged Country. So now it's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, but that's still fine. I can spend a resource to play 11s, moving 2, 4, 5, 6 willpower from the quest. We still quest successfully, well, we still do not fail the quest, and I lower my threat by 4 because I removed 4 Hobbit characters and draw 2 cards. Okay, we'll travel to the Rugged Country. Both White Wargs and Wolf of Angmar are coming down. It is going to be difficult to do this. going to spend a resource to pull Elven Light back to hand in a moment after I've organized my hand. Then I'm just going to, so I spent that resource, pull it back to hand, draw a card, discard it to ready Glorfindel. Okay. Optionally engage the White Ward, putting 2 damage on Gandalf. Optionally engage the other White Ward, putting 2 damage onto Glorfindel, triggering Amartheel's response. The Wolf of Angmar comes down naturally. Oh, and Sam readied as a result, yes. And Thalion readies at the start of the combat phase, which is when we deal out shadow cards. Sam is defending for 5, and so will block the Wolf of Angmar. Gandalf will block White Ward, and Fatty Bolger will block the other White Ward. It makes an additional attack after this one, so we'll block it with a Wandering Took, who takes a point of damage. Striking back, Thalion for 5, Halbrand for 2, kills a White Warg, while Amartheel and Glorfindel kill the other one. The White Wargs are the really dangerous ones. They have a low engagement cost, and they deal damage when they engage. So, it becomes day, everybody readies, and the Wolf from Angmar returns. Found another deep knowledge. Not what I was looking for. Do I have a test of will? No. Oh. And I use the Song of Erendil to pull that Threadgain over to this deck. Now, and Gandalf is discarded from play. Yeah, I don't have much to play over here. So, yeah, I'll spend 1 to bring Elven Light back and to draw a new card. Another copy of Arwen. Pity. Over here, we will get out some more fast hitches. No, we won't. We're going to get out a Halfling Bounder for treachery protection. So I think make camp isn't going to cause us many problems, I think. So we're going to quest straight to across the wastes. We need to make 23 progress. Can we do it? Maybe. Maybe. 3 for Glorfindel. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. 24. 27. 31. 32, 33, 34. Thalion is a hero and therefore gets the boost from across the waste. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Let's count that again just to make sure. 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 24, 30, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 against 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. The first reveal is Nightfall. Discarding a Halfling Bounder to cancel it. The second reveal, Freezing Blast, doomed 2. I'll take one of the threat from the side quest deck on this one, with Song of Erendil. Remove each damaged character from the quest. We lose 3 willpower, grand total. And we'll discard an Elven Light to ready Glorfindel. So, we're making 27 progress, and we need 23. Spend a resource to pull Fatty Bolger, a Wandering Took, Frodo Baggins back. Dropping our willpower by 4. That was using 11s, and dropping our threat by 3, and exhausting Hobbit Pipes to draw 3 cards. Or 2 cards, sorry. Ah, and there's a Test of Will. Alright. So we make... We'll pull Make Camp down. We will advance the quest, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and discard until 2 warg enemies are discarded. First, I'll do discard as the reveal. 1 warg, 2 wargs. Both those wargs are added to the staging area. Okay. And when it becomes day, each player draws a card. We're traveling to the North Downs this time. And when it becomes night, we discard a non-objective ally. Let's put, ironically, one of our copies of Deep Knowledge. Well, no. Probably that Waters. There we go. We'll put an East Road Ranger on the bottom of the deck. Instead, pulling a Dunedain Warning. Good enough. Now, I'll optionally engage down here a Wolf from Angmar, readying Sam Gamgee, and optionally engage right here, doing the damage to Frodo Baggins, a White Warg. Yeah, it's theoretically actually in the other direction, but that's okay. At the start of the combat phase, Thalion readies. We're going to defend with Fatty Bolger, which is fine. We're going to defend with Sam Gamgee, which is fine. Glad I readied him before before the attack was resolved. And then attack back with Glorfindel and Amarthiel, killing a White Warg. Attack back with Thalia, killing the Wolf of Angmar. It now becomes knight, I'm going to discard Frodo Baggins and an Imladris Caregiver. Ready, everybody, up. And we reveal a new encounter card. It is a Northern Warg, which Mary will exhaust in order to drop our threat. It is now nightfall. Oh, there's an elf stone. That's nice. This deck is the first player. We'll play one fast hit and one elf stone. We'll put the elf stone there. Oh, and we used Song of Erendil on this deck's threat increase. Alright, I am really liking that card. Our second resource was to put a fast hit onto Mary, who can now, if we want, quest and do his threat reducing, but we're going to leave him ready to do his threat reducing right now. We'll also spend a resource from Sam to put a Dunedain warning on him, and he will now be defending for 5 with Arwen. And in a future round we can play Gandalf. Alright. Over here, could use an Ancient Matham to try to dig for a Staff of Lebethron. And you know what? Yeah, there's nothing else worth doing at the moment, so... Oh. There's an Elven Light in there that I discarded. I'm just going to keep that Elven Light there so that I can pull it back as needed. I'm going to pull... we're just going to spend 3, I think, to put a Guardian of Rivendell into play, discarding a copy of Arwen and the second copy of Elven Light. And... okay, we'll quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, discarding this other copy of Glorfindel to ready him. So that's 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Against 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be fine. Defense-wise, we'll engage a Wolf of Angmar, which will ready Sam. We can offer to engage a Northern Warg, kill both of them, probably. Sam and Halbrad together. Need a second defender. No, I don't. When we engage, we'll use Amarthiel's ability. Okay, that's where we're at. First reveal, Wastes of Eriador. Second reveal, Freezing Blast, which is doomed to 2. And I will use one of it, grab one of it with Song of Erendil. Remove each damaged character from the quest. We lose 3 willpower. Make 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we need. And we can choose to put a character into play for free. And we draw 3 cards. So I am first going to trigger the Ancient Matham to draw 3 cards. Okay, I was hoping to find Rosie Cotton, and then I'd put her into play for free. Failing that, we'll now trigger the Elf Stone and put Gandalf into play, dropping my threat by 5. We will travel to the Eriador Wastes, choosing to engage a Wolf of Angmar, which gets a shadow card, readying Sam And triggering Marthiel's ability, we will optionally engage a Northern Warg, which will boost Sam even further. And now we will deal our shadow cards at the start of the combat phase. So, Gandalf will block the Wolf of Angmar. Taking no damage, Sam could have done it safely. Samwise will block the Northern Warg. I control no damaged characters, so that does nothing. Samwise is defending for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll strike back. That's enough to kill the Northern Warg, and Amarthiel and Sam together are enough to kill the Wolf from Angmar. At the end of the round, Gandalf leaves play. It becomes day. Each player draws a card. That's what I was looking for. And ready up. A third Hobbit Pipe, which we will play onto Merry. And you know what? I'm just going to play... Oh, and I will also, again, do that. And I will play that, exhausting the Hobbit Pipes to draw 3 cards. There's a Resourceful, and I'm below 20 threats, so I can play a Resourceful onto Pippin, who will now get an additional resource token this round. Or every round. I can also play another copy of Song of Erendil, drawing me another card, and I will save one for a Test of Will. With this deck, Sam will spend 2 of his resources and Thalion 1 of his to put a Dunedain Warning onto Sam and a Hobbit Cloak onto Fatty Bolger and a Staff of Levithron onto Sam. And then, with our newly reduced threat, we are going to play 2 copies of Deep Knowledge, raising our threat by 4 to draw 4 cards. And there's Rosy Cup. And raising our threat by 4 as well. And actually, in an interesting situation, I could have used the Songs of Erendil to raise this deck's threat by 4 more, and leave this deck exactly where it started. I'm not going to, because I can, in the quest phase, sneak attack Gandalf. I am, however, going to spend those 2 resources on a Halfling Bounder. And put Bill the Pony into play for free. So, I need to make 20 progress. There is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 threat in the staging area. I need to quest for 30 plus whatever we can, whatever gets revealed. So, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, discarding one of those resourcefuls, really, or that resourceful, really. I don't need it. So again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 9:30. And sneak attack Gandalf. That'll make 34. We drop our threat by 5. So, counting again. 5, 6. That should be more, actually. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 against 10. Okay. Reveal one card, a white ward. Second card, North Downs. Revealed 3 threat. We're making 22 progress. Oh. Which is enough to clear Quest Stage 2. Revealing Quest Stage 3. Flip the time objective to Nightfall, revealing a card, a Northern Warg, which Mary will exhaust to lower his threat. And now we have flipped the time objective to Nightfall. There is this quest stage is out of play. We've cleared it, so we don't do anything for that. We have revealed an encounter card. We now add the pack leader to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, and discard until we've revealed a warg. And there is another warg, which is added to the staging area. And the pack leader cannot take damage unless there are at least 5 progress tokens. So, with 1 engagement cost, this is going to try to engage this deck. We will raise our threat by 3 for Pippin, sending him back to the staging area where he will instead engage this deck. It has an essential threat of 11. Gandalf is returned to hand. Sam will ready. He is defending for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Arwen. Oh, and we forgot to travel, and I will spend 1 for Robin Smallborough's ability to add 4, so the pack leader is now at 5, 15 with Halbrad. We're going to sneak attack Gandalf in again, just to reduce our threat. With a threat of 16, I can play a copy of Take No Notice and block with Sam discarding the shadow, and he'll be fine. He would have been fine anyways. But it becomes day. The pack leader returns to the staging area. Gandalf returns to my hand. And everybody readies up. Okay. This deck is first player. We'll spend 2 for Rosie Cotton. Over here, spend 2 to get a Handmaiden into play. Perhaps. spend 1 on a Dwarven Tomb to bring back a copy of Elrond's Council. There's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. There's 20 threat in the staging area. Okay. We're questing for 3. Oh. I totally missed. This white warg should have come down as well. So I need to redo that combat round. Okay. So I had a Marthiel ready. Okay, so Sam had... Okay, the white warg would have readied Sam, would have put the damage onto Gandalf, so Sam didn't need to use the fast hitch. Cold from Ingmar would have... You know what? I'm going to shuffle it to preserve randomness of shadow cards. So Sam would have exhausted... You know what? Gandalf, in that case. No. Yeah, Sam would have exhausted just as he did to discard that shadow card. And then defended for 5 against the white warg, who would have been attacking for 3. And then Amarthiel and Thalion would have killed the white warg. The pack leader would have returned to play, and Gandalf would have returned to hand. Okay. My apologies. That was an incorrect play on my part. Because I didn't sneak attack Gandalf till the combat phase, my threat was still higher than 20, and so the white warg would have engaged me naturally, and so I had to resolve that and decide how and figure out how things would have gone. And it turns out I had enough actions left over because I had a bunch of characters ready, but they didn't attack the pack leader because he can't take damage, although he would have exhausted some characters. So probably Gandalf would have been one of them. No, it wouldn't have been Gandalf. It would have been Amarthiel and maybe Sam. So Sam would have defended one, Gandalf would have defended the other, and then Thalion would have attacked back. Okay, no. The white warg is still in the staging area. I would not have had enough left to kill it. I would have been able to attack back with Thalion, but nobody else, everybody else would have been exhausted by the pack leader. Gandalf couldn't have been exhausted because he was sneak attacked after the engagement happened, and Thalion couldn't have been exhausted because he didn't ready till the start of the combat phase. So, that's where we were. Okay. Glad I corrected that mistake. That could have been obnoxious. There's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 threat in the staging area. I need to make a fair amount of progress. Okay, it is now the quest phase. Spending or playing Elrond's Council to reduce my threat by 3, and why not draw 3 more cards. It'll boost my willpower. I'll play a second Elrond's Council just for the willpower boost. Now, we'll put that willpower boost on Merry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Discarding Glorfindel to ready Glorfindel. 16. 22, 24, 25, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35. Questing for 35 total. against 20, and we need to make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 progress. Yeesh, this is going to be trickier than I thought. First reveal, Weight of Responsibility, which just reveals Freezing Blast, which is doomed 2, and I will take, using both Songs of Erendil, this deck will raise its threat by 2, Song of Erendil, raise my threat by 1 to reduce its threat by 1, and do it again for the second. So, all 4 of that threat raise goes on this deck. And the second card of staging is a Warg's Den, making 11 progress. That is enough for me. And oh wait, no. So, Fatty Bolger will exhaust to target the White Warg, lowering the threat in the staging area by 2, raising our threat by 2. So, 10. Putting that back on. Okay. Cannot be optionally engaged. Alright. If there was a Wastes of Eriador in the staging area, I could travel there and engage the pack leader and be done with it now. Well, I don't know that I'd be done with it, though. So, let's travel to the Warg's Den. I'm going to pull out a Warg, reveal it. I'm going to pull out a Bloodthirsty Warg. Reveal it, put it into play engaged with this player, Sam, already, and now he will defend using the Staff of Levithron to discard. He'll defend for more than 4. He has 4 defense, 5 with Arwen, 6 because of his readying effect. Ready him with a fast hitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rosie will add her willpower to Sam's attack, and we kill the Bloodthirsty Warg. And it now becomes night, which means we reveal. It's now the refresh phase. An encounter card, Eriador Wastes. It is now the new turn. Deck 1 is first player. We'll play Island Amid Perils to return a Handmaiden to our hand, exhausting the Hobbit Pipes to draw the last 3 cards in the deck. And now we'll spend 4 resources on 2 more on both those Handmaidens again to get them out, reducing our threat by 2. Over here we'll play a second Legacy Blade onto Thurindir. We'll now be attacking for 8. Also play an East Road Ranger. And a fast hitch onto Fatty Bolger. Arwen will now be targeting Fatty Bolger, who will be defending for 5. And Sam will also be Sam is now only defending for 4, 5 if he gets his readying boost. Okay, so assuming that I can keep deck 1's threat where it is, I will be able to play... In fact, I will play both copies of Take No Notice right now. All enemies have their engagement cost increased by 10. The pack leader is now an engagement cost 11. Which means when he engages this deck, which he will as a result of Pippin's ability, he will be an engagement cost 21 and therefore will ready Sam. And Sam will be able to discard a shadow card. And so we will be just fine. Alright. Questing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 25, 27, 29, 32, 34, 35. Questing for 35 against 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 23. First reveal. Cold from Angmar. Okay, point of damage to Fatty Bolger. Point of damage to Focal Boffin. Attach it to the current quest. Second reveal is a Warg's Den, adding 4 threat to the staging area. We clear that. Warg's Den. Oh wait, no, there was an even more elegant solution. We travel to the Eriador Wastes, engaging the pack leader, and dealing it a shadow card, which readies Sam. It will now get a second shadow card. Sam will block, discarding the top shadow card. Oh, right, and Thalion readied at the start of the combat phase, that's important. And the second... Oh, attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one. Well, Sam will ready with the fast hitch. And block the second attack. And now we will attack back 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which is enough to put the pack leader into the victory display. And there we go. We've won the game. It looks easy when it happens like that. The problem is it doesn't always happen like that. It's incredible how often this quest can just snowball out of control. I mean, right now I have 7 enemies in the staging area that I don't care about. But with a built-up board state and being able to consistently reduce threat and everything, I can afford to leave enemies in the staging area. But very often an ill-timed predatory wargs, or 2 of them in a row on consecutive stagings, has left this staging area just filled with more than I can handle. And perhaps perhaps there were misplays involved. I could have discarded more allies on some of those failed playthroughs instead of adding more wargs, but it's amazing how different runs can feel so different. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this and seeing how the quests run with Fatty Bolger instead of Frodo. Waters of Nimrodel pulled their weight. Song of Eriador pulled its weight. It wasn't that hard to get the Island Amid Perils working. all in all, I'm satisfied with where we're at. Thanks for watching, and come back next time.